Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Give all honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone that we will. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom and above all. Back at it with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Lord's will, this video is edifying. And I want to go ahead and touch on a couple scriptures, through the spirit about the famine of the word, okay? Because the famine of the word is approaching, man. All right, as persecution arises, as the Lord starts to heat things up more and more in the spirit, okay, it's going to be harder for you people to access the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, okay? Now I want to start off with this precept real quick. All right, if the spirit allows. Let's go to the book of Psalms real quick. Psalms chapter 32, Psalms 32 and verse 6. For this shall everyone that is godly pray unto thee in a time when thou mayest be found. Surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. All right, so what does that mean right there? So it says that the godly is going to pray unto Yahweh Shemel Shai in a time when he may be found, man. All right, so if you are a part of that a part of that number, okay, Lord willing, we be a part of that number. All right, you're going to seek Yahweh Shemel Shai early, man. Now it is set up for certain of the elect to come in at the 11th hour, meaning that they come in later than most brothers would, usually come in. All right, but that's the way that the Heavenly Father wants them to glorify Him. All right, but nevertheless, you people need to hop onto this word before it's too late, man. Okay, you need to get on the Yahweh Ba'ashem Al Shai train before it's too late, man. Okay, and it says, surely in the floods of great waters they shall not come nigh unto him. All right, meaning what? When that tribulation arises, that persecution, okay, that's that waters, man. All right, the scriptures talk about how the enemy shall come in like a flood. All right, and Yahweh also spoke about what? That he that built his house upon that rock, that sure foundation, that rock solid foundation, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, okay, when the floods came and the winds came and beat upon that house, it said that the house stood, because it was built upon a sure foundation, man. So it's the same thing. We have to be built upon that foundation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. But ultimately, you got to come in this thing and you got to build yourself up, man, to remain on that foundation, man, okay? So, for all you brothers who have this knowledge, okay, but you sitting back, you're pretty much procrastinating, man. Hey, you need to knock that off, man. Okay, you need to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that he gives you the spirit and the sense of urgency in the spirit, man, because like the elder made a video, the elder Chazak, the internet is not going to be forever, man. All right? And the men of the Lord are not going to be out on the highways and byways forever, man. Okay? So you need to tighten up, man. All right? If you know that you got this truth, but you're bullshitting, and you know when you're bullshitting, okay, you need to pray to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to make you more serious about this thing, man. Okay? And the brother Yakal, he sent a picture, and it was saying like, basically, Lord willing, I'll put it up in the post-production, but basically it's saying like, procrastination hits different because basically you think that the Heavenly Father is going to give you another opportunity to do what you can do now another day, man. All right, the Most High can require your soul today, man. Matter of fact, let's get the precept on that. Go to the book of Luke, the 12th chapter. Luke chapter 12, starting at verse 16. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years. Take thine ease, eat, drink, and be merry. Right, so you thinking that, Babylon is going to continue for forever. So like you said, soul, it's like it says, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years, man. All right? You're thinking that this place is going to keep going on and on and on. No, okay? And even if it does, that doesn't mean you're going to keep going on and on and on, because the Lord can require your soul right now in this very moment, all right? It says, take thine ease, eat, drink and be merry. And by the way, it won't go on and on. All right, the only kingdom that'll be forever is the kingdom of Yasha Allah. All right, that's it. Babylon will be destroyed. It says, verse 20, but the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? So is he that layeth up treasure for himself and is not rich towards Yahweh Bashim Shai. So you got to stop all that spirit of you trying to build up a kingdom here in Babylon, man. All right, and you're putting off the Lord from day to day. That needs to go, man. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get another scripture concerning that. Sorak, or Ecclesiasticus chapter 5 and verse 7, it says, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. Okay, so here it is, you putting off the Lord day to day. All right, the wrath of the Lord is going to come suddenly, man. Okay, and it's going to hit you when you least expect it. You know, so you gotta remove yourself, man, from, you know, the idea of building yourself up here in Babylon, man. Okay, and you need to have your eyes single. Okay, like Scripture says, if your eye is single, your whole body will be full of light. Your eye got to be focused on the Lord, man. You know, you can't be, okay, I'm gonna build up on Babylon, and then I'll get to Yahweh Shema Shai next week. No, it doesn't work like that, man. Especially that you have the truth, you know the truth, you know what I'm saying? And you sitting here, you just chilling on it, man. The Lord said it's better to hide folly than it is to hide wisdom, man. Okay? Let me get another one real quick. This is Sorak. I think it's Sorak or Ecclesiasticus chapter 38, starting at verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. Right, so if you have all these different endeavors and affairs, you know, you're not going to have much leisure, man. You're not going to have much reading time, okay? And as far as time of seeking out Yahweh Bashim Shai, you know, watching lessons is good, but that's not the end-all, be-all, man. It's not all about just watching lessons, okay? You have to put in works for yourself, man, okay? Yeah, you watch the lessons, you build, brothers edify you in the spirit, you learn, you take notes, okay? If you are even taking notes, okay? But nevertheless, the point being what, man? It's not about just watching lessons, man, okay? You got to teach the flock too, man. You got to build and put building blocks into the church of Yahweh Bashim Shai, man, okay? Like the scriptures say, you know, these dudes are feeding themselves without fear, okay? You're feeding yourself, meaning you're watching the lessons, you're being edified, you know, you're getting fed in the spirit, but you lack that fear, man. That fear that you think, oh yeah, I could just watch lessons and I'm going to make it into the kingdom. No, the scriptures say, give diligence to make your calling and election sure, man. All right? And that diligence goes into what? Studying and to labor, man. All right? Sorak or Ecclesiasticus 38 and 24. The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. How can he get wisdom that holdeth the plow, and that glorieth in the goad, that driveth oxen, and is occupied in their labors, and whose talk is of bullocks? Right, so you're always worried about things of the world, man, okay? You're always worried about how to make a come up, you know, on carnal riches, you know? But when it comes to the scriptures, you're silent, man. There's a scripture where it talks about how he openeth not his mouth in the gate, roughly paraphrasing. Not the one where it says he rebuketh in the gate, but there's another one, like roughly paraphrasing, says he openeth not his mouth in the gate. You know, basically saying when brothers is congregating, fellowshipping, you know, having holy conversation, and you there quiet. Why? Because you're not in the spirit, man. That's why, man. You know. It says, verse 26, he giveth his mind to make furrows, and is diligent to give the kind fodder. Right, you're diligent for some worldly things. But when it comes to the Lord, you're not being diligent. And the scriptures say that the Lord is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Let's get the precept. Hebrews 11 and 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him, man. All right, Sorak or Ecclesiasticus 38 and 27. So every carpenter and workmaster that laboreth night and day, and they that cut and grave seals, and are diligent to make great variety, and give themselves to counterfeit imagery, and to to finish, and watch to finish a work. The smith also, sitting by the anvil and considering the ironwork, the vapor of the fire wasteth his flesh, and he fighteth with the heat of the furnace. The noise of the hammer and the anvil is ever in his ears, and his eyes look still upon the pattern of the thing that he maketh. He setteth his mind to finish his work, and watcheth to polish it perfectly. So doeth the potter, sitting at his work, and turning the wheel about with his feet, who is always carefully set at his work, and maketh all his work by number. He fashioneth the clay with his arm, and boweth down his strength before his feet. He applieth himself to lead it over, and he is diligent to make clean the furnace. All these trust to their hands, and everyone is wise in his work. Without these cannot a city be inhabited, and they shall not dwell where they will, nor go up and down. Right, so this stuff is necessary, to build up a city and stuff like that. All right, but we're pilgrims, man. We're not worried about building up Babylon, man. Okay? We'll worry about this stuff when the kingdom comes, But nevertheless, let's just say that let's just say, for instance, for the sake of, a relevant topic, okay, if you will, which what I just said was relevant, but nevertheless, let's just bring it on another scale, okay? Let's just say, you work to eat, you know what I'm saying? You got to pay your bills, so on and so forth, right? Let's keep reading. It says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit in the high congregation. Okay? Meaning what? When it comes to the work of Yahweh Shemel Shai, when it comes to the judgment seat of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you will not be found there, man. Why not? Because you're always worried about carnal matters, man. Oh, I got to pay my bills. Oh, I got to work for Esau. I got to do a double. I got to do a double shift. Okay, cool. You do that. You get your bills paid. You work your double shift. You clock in your hours. But guess what, man? When the time comes for brothers, to congregate, sit in the judgment seat, okay, judge certain matters in the spirit, guess what? You're not going to be there, man. Okay? Why? Let's read about it. Verse 33. It says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation. They shall not sit on the judgment seat, on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment. They cannot declare justice and judgment. They shall not be found where parables are spoken. So when it comes to spiritual things, you're not going to be adequate, man, and equipped for what's needed. Why? Because you're too worried about the things of the world, man. Okay? That's why there's going to come a time where there's going to be a famine of the word, and Esau hits the kill switch. As you see, Trump, he's getting ready to shut down TikTok. Guess what's following next, man? They're going to want to shut down YouTube as well, man. Okay? Because this truth is spreading like a wildfire. So nevertheless, when they shut these things down, man, and you don't have the same platform to easily access the truth like the Lord has given us, man, you're going to feel like shit, man. We're all going to feel like shit. Let's be real. Oh, I could have done more, But you definitely don't want to be the one dude that's like, damn, I ain't even do a freaking lesson. I ain't even take any notes. You know what I'm saying? Bullshitting, man. Yahweh Shemel Shai is not dealing with that. That's slothful, man, and that's wicked. To be in a slothful spirit is wicked, man. All right? Verse 34. But they will maintain the state of the world, and all their desire is in the work of their craft, man. So here it is, you keep worrying about your carnal job, you're going to maintain the state of the world, man. The Lord is going to take his spirit from you, man. Deadly serious, man. Okay? Now let me go back to Isaiah 55 and verse 6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Okay? Seek the Lord while he may be found, man. All right? And the godly will seek the Lord while he may be found, man. Because the scripture says, surely the Most High is a power that hideth himself. All right? So you don't want the Most High to hide himself and you not be, adequate and equipped for righteousness in his sight, man. This is Ecclesiastes or Sorak 18 and 20. Before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. Right, so before the judgment hits, man, examine yourself, man. Get right, man. Turn back to Yahweh Shemel Shai. Seek the Lord 10 times more, man. Stop worrying about this worldly ass shit, man. This world is going to go, man. You over here, you busting your ass for Esau. You know what I'm saying? We get it. Brothers got to handle their business at the end of the day, but there's a balance to that thing, man. All right? You busting your ass for Esau, and then when it comes to Yahweh Shemel Shai, since you bust your ass for Esau so much, man, you tired. You can't serve the Lord, man. That's why Scripture says you cannot serve the Most High and Mammon. You can't have two masters, man. You got to know when to tell Esau, hey, go kick rocks, man. All right, I'm serving my power, man. Okay? Because why, man? When the time comes where judgment is set, man, you're going to be left with that guilty conscience, knowing that the Lord gave you time to get right, but you slack, man. And you was like, oh, I'm going to go, I got to pay the bills, bro. Fuck that shit, man. You're not in the right spirit, man, if that's your mindset, man. Straight up, man. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with that, man. And what the hell are you going to do when that chip comes? What you going to do then? All the time you were supposed to be building up your spiritual riches, okay? You were building up your carnal riches. Now your carnal riches is transferred over to a RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, which they are getting ready to implement. Then what, man? What you going to do? You're not going to have the spiritual confidence to call on the Lord in that day. Why? Because you didn't keep the Lord's suffering. You didn't keep the Lord's patience. Let's get the precept. Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay? So you didn't keep the Lord's patience, man, which is his sufferings, man. You didn't do the labor. You didn't put in the work. So how are you going to be kept from that hour of temptation? So now what? Let's just say you don't take the chip, right? Which you shouldn't. Let's say you don't. Who you going to call upon in that day, man? Your ass going to be hungry, man. Because when you had the time to seek Yahweh Shemel Shai, you didn't do it. So now you're stuck, man. So now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, man. Not knowing if you should trust in Babylon some more, like you've been doing, or if that you're just going to die of famine, man. You know? Isaiah 55 and 7, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. That's right. So the Lord will have mercy on you, but you have to forsake your way, man. You have to forsake your own ways, okay, and return to the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right? Because the famine of the word is approaching, man. Jacob's trouble is approaching, whether you want to believe it or not. So it's better to just seek the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near, before that day comes, man, and the day of the Lord come upon you in your security, when you're all comfort, man. You know, like we read the parable. Soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. You know, eat, drink, be merry, take thine ease, you in your comfort. But the Lord said, this night thy soul shall be required of thee, thou fool. Okay? Yeah, and you are foolish, man, because the true wisdom and knowledge and understanding comes from the scriptures, man. And if you don't got that wisdom and knowledge and understanding, you're a fool, man. The scriptures say that the wisdom of this world is foolishness to Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why it says you shall not be sought for in the judgment seat. Okay? Isaiah 24, starting at verse 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. And that's what you're seeing now, man. All right, Babylon is shutting down, man. Babylon is being locked down, man. And they're getting ready to hit that second lockdown for the coronavirus, man. Okay? Verse 11. There's a crying for wine in the streets. And that's what's coming, man. A crying for wine in the streets. You seen when that first lockdown came, everybody wanted to get on that conscious wave. But once they opened it up, you know, everybody's like, now everybody's back to their folly. You know what I'm saying? They're not worried about the Lord anymore. But when that second lockdown comes, man, it's going to hit even harder, man. Okay? And there's going to be a crying for wine in the streets, man. Meaning what? These people are going to be looking for answers. Because that true wine represents doctrine. They're going to be looking for the scriptures, man. They're going to be looking to figure out what's going on. You know? Because why? There's going to be a famine of the word, man. And you're not going to be able to go on YouTube, you know, as leisurely as the Lord is allowing us to do now, man. This is a privilege, man. To be able to do what we're doing is a privilege. It says, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. Okay? The mirth of the land is gone, man. All right? And that's what you're going to see very soon. Okay? And you don't want to be a part of those people who are not in mirth. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because the wise are in the house of mourning. Okay? So if you're on the right-hand side, not in mirth. On the right-hand side, that's fine. But as far as being on the left-hand side, not in mirth, not partying, not living it up the way Babylon wants you to do it, okay, or the way Babylon thinks you should do it, okay, you don't want to be a part of that, man. Because guess what? When Babylon is weeping, the men of the Lord will be laughing and rejoicing, man. It tells you that in Luke, the 6th chapter. Also in Isaiah 65, it says, my servants shall eat, and my servants shall drink. Why? Because first they ate that spiritual drink, and they ate that spiritual bread. While Esau and you rescue heathen and 2/3 of our people who are not in the spirit, were eating that carnal bread and drinking that carnal drink, and not worrying themselves about the Lord. Okay? It's Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of the hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst, man. Okay? So you people are going to be thirsty out here, man. Why? Because the famine of the word is going to hit, man. And there's going to be a famine of bread as well, but this is talking about the famine of the word, man. Okay? The word of the Lord is going to be scarcely gone out, man. And like it says, they shall go from sea to sea, from north even to the east. They shall run to and fro. Meaning you're gonna go, you're gonna have people literally going state to state to try to find the prophets, man, and ask for answers to try to get right with the Lord. All right, but what's going to be the attitude of the prophets in that day, man? Unless the Lord puts the spirit, Lord willing, we be those men. Unless the Lord puts the spirit on us, otherwise, you know, referring to the elect coming in at the 11th hour. This is Jeremiah 15. Starting at 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? What are we going to do? You know, where are we going to go? You know, trying to seek counsel of the men of the Lord. But when you had the chance to do it leisurely, you were shitting on it, man. Whither shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine, and such as are for the captivity to the captivity. So the men of the Lord are going to be like, hey, just like we told you earlier, judgment, you know, that's pretty much what it's going to be, man, you know, because you didn't want to seek the Lord in the time where he may be found, you know. Let me go to Ezekiel chapter 7. Ezekiel 7 and verse 26. It says, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients. Okay? Right, and this happened in the past, but it's going to happen again. You're going to seek a vision from the prophet. You're going to seek counsel from the men of the Lord. But like the Lord told Ezekiel, he said that he's going to cleave his roof. He's going to cleave his tongue to the roof of his mouth, man. Meaning that Ezekiel's going to be dumb. Meaning that the prophets are going to be dumb. They're not going to speak. They're not going to have shit to say to you people. Except for what we read in Jeremiah. Such as are for death to death, such as are for the sword to the sword, such as are for captivity to captivity, and such as for the famine to the famine. Okay? You know, so you don't want that to fall upon you, man. So the point being, seek the Lord while he still may be found, man, because there will come a time when you will not be able to access the words of the Lord as freely as we are able to right now, man. Okay, you see Esau knocking all these channels. Okay, it's only going to get worse, man. All right, this is Luke 13 and 24. Strive to enter in at the strait gate, for many, I say unto you, will seek to enter in and shall not be able, man. Okay? Right. So when all hell breaks loose, a lot of people going to want to seek Yahweh Shema Shai, but they weren't going in at the strait gate, meaning that they didn't go through the place of difficulty, man. Like the Lord told us we were going to go through. We were going to go through trials and tribulation, you know? But then when the time comes, when you people wish you were right with Yahweh Shema Shai, You're not going to be able to enter into that gate, man. Verse 25. When once the master of the house is risen up, and hath shut to the door, and ye begin to stand without, to knock at the door, saying, Lord, Lord, open unto us. And he shall answer and say unto you, I know you not whence you are. All right, right. The Lord's going to be like, I don't know you. Because guess what? When Yahushua was knocking at your door, you didn't want to answer. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 20, behold, I stand at the door and knock. Meaning what? He stands at the door of our spirit, the door of our mind, and he's knocking, man. You know when the Lord is knocking. You know in your spirit when you're like, damn, I think the Lord is trying to tell me something. I think the Lord wants me to get right. You know that, man, your spirit, man. All right? But the thing is whether the Lord gives you the spirit to open that door. Because at the end of the day, this is only for the elect, man. Okay? Revelation 3 and 20, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him and will sup with him, and he with me. Okay? Meaning that the Lord going to deal with you in the spirit. He's going to sup with you. He's going to put you on to certain things, man. And he was knocking though, but you didn't answer. You know what I'm saying? So when the time comes where you going to be knocking on his door, he's not going to answer. He's going to be like, I know you not. Okay? Straight up. And that's how Jake is, man. Jake loved to be like that, man. When Jake needs something for you, or from you, and then you want to, turn your shoulder at Jake be like, all right, bet. Jake be waiting for when you need them. Jake, wait for when you need them. And then when you need them, Jake be like, where were you when I needed you? So how much more the Lord gonna do to you people, man? Okay? And the Lord has the right to do that, to be honest. You know, the Lord don't need any of us. The Lord was really trying to put you on, you know? But Jake loved to do that, man. So how much more the Lord, man? All right. I got one last precept, Lord's will, and I'll close out. 2 Ezra chapter 5, starting at verse 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another. We're talking about the times of Jacob's trouble, man. It's going to be a lot of confusion, and you're going to have a lot of tensions, man. Racial tensions, okay? Race riots, race wars, if you will. You know, it's like your lack of bread, so you're going to have great tribulation from that. Let me get the precept on it. All friends shall destroy each other. Your next door neighbor going to be trying to poke into your house to get a loaf of bread for little Susie, you know? But here it is, you know little Susie since she was a little baby. You know what I'm saying? But now your neighbor trying to put you to death because of the hard tribulational times that we're coming into, man. Watch any post-apocalyptic, it's like a post-apocalyptic movie, you know, and you'll get an understanding of what Jacob's trouble entails, man. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. What's the modern day sword? A gun, all right, or any type of weapon. It says, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. All right. 2 Ezra 5 and 9. And salt water shall be found in the sweet, which is that confusion, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into his secret chamber. Meaning what? A famine of the word, man. And shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Right? And that's funny because it talks about how the many are going to go through that wide gate, you know, but the few went through that straight gate. So now in the times of tribulation, that those who went through the wide gate, they're going to be trying to go through the straight gate, but it's going to be backed up, man. It's too late. Too late, man. Too late. Because the analogy is, you know, you got to build yourself in this faith of ours, man. The Lord got to mold you in the spirit, man. All right, like it tells you in Sorak, the 4th chapter, how wisdom will take you through crooked ways and then bring fear and dread upon you and torment her with her discipline. You got to get tormented with the discipline of the Lord. You got to go through that chastisement. Like Scripture says, through much in tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven. So you go through that tribulation, you fighting off them demons in your mind. You know, you building up, man. You taking the rebuke, you taking the correction. It's building you up while you go through that straight gate. Okay, you're fighting off the world while you're going through that straight gate. While the world is going through that wide gate, they're just living their life willy-nilly. So then when the times of tribulation comes, since you got built up by going through the straight gate, that tribulation is going to be like water off a duck's back. Now, don't get me wrong, Jacob's trouble is still going to be, a test of our faith in the times to come for the men of the Lord. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. But nevertheless, for those who went through the wide gate, by the time it comes to go through that straight gate, it's going to be too many people trying to go in, because of the lack of time, man. That's why you need to seek the Lord while you may be found. And the scriptures say that the straight gate is so narrow that only one man can go there at once. Meaning what? Ultimately, you got to work out your own salvation, man. Okay? But nevertheless, I'm just making an analogy, man. All right? 2 Ezra 5 and 10, it shall be sought of many, and yet not be found. Then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth, man. All right? Yeah. Okay? Like scripture says, the love of many shall wax cold because iniquity shall abound. Roughly paraphrasing. Verse 11, one land also shall ask another and say, is righteousness that maketh the man righteous gone through thee? And it shall say, no. At the same time shall men hope, but nothing obtain. They shall labor, but their ways shall not prosper, because it's in carnality, man. But if you're laboring in the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai, it will prosper. So why invest yourself in something that's going to be destroyed, man? And what I mean by that is, why put all your energy into something that's going to be destroyed? Yes, brothers got to handle their business. If you don't work, you don't eat. You got to get your bills paid, so on and so forth. But when you're putting Esau before Yahweh Shema Shai, when you're chasing Mammon before Yahweh Shema Shai. But that's really the point. And so yeah, hey, Lord's will, this video is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, never well. Peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. Shalom and a Baba Ball.